Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Less Tax to Pay. Today we're going to be looking at auto entry and publishing purchase invoices. We mentioned in previous videos about how this is a great tool for you to deal with the data entry side of the system, to take that away from you by uploading your documents to it. So today we're just going to look at how you would actually publish it and how you set up new suppliers direct from within auto entry, so you're not having to jump backwards and forwards. So as you can see today, we're on the dashboard of the company inside Autoentry. Today we're going to concentrate on the purchases. So you can see we've got 22 invoices that we need to publish. So if you want to go right into it, all you need to do is click on the number of 22 and it will bring you to the purchase invoices that are there. As you can see, a lot of these are the same invoice, same supplier, sorry. You also see there's a couple of other suppliers where it's already tried to pick out some detail there. So what we're going to do is you can view the invoice as well. So if you click on the little eye, it'll give you an idea of the invoice that it's looking to publish. You can have a look at the supplier. Okay, there's no supplier set up for this company, so all you need to do is click on add contact and it will take the name of the supplier and you go create contact. Okay, now you've got to put it into the right category, so it's a purchase, and it's already worked out that there's VAT. Because it's a multi-page invoice, you just need to click to the next button. You can just double check the figures are there. Yeah, that's fine, they match. What you can then do is just return to the list, and you'll see here that the names are slightly different, but it's actually the same company. So we just have to teach Autoentry that this is the same company. So if we just go into the invoice again, you can see here WMI Simpson. So we just click on this. It automatically remembered that you selected purchases last time and you selected the VAT code of 20%. So it'll automatically put that in. It puts the invoice number in. Via that invoice number, if you've got a certain reference you want to put in, say the order number, you can. That's entirely down to you. We just put the invoice number in because every invoice is obviously different. Now when we return to the list, you can see here that it will start to remember that WMI Simpson gas spares are under WMI Simpsons Limited. So if I now went to publish those three, all I need to do is tick on the options there, go to actions, then publish. And as you can see, because I published them, now it's just gone right. Well, all the rest are exactly the same because you've published it. So now you can select the rest, and we'll wait for those three to publish. As you can see now, I've gone from 22 to 19 very quickly. So the publishing is very, very quick with QuickBooks Online, and it's the same with all the other accounting solutions out there. It is very, very quick. So as I'm just ticking these options, I go to publish. That's now published them. Now, if you've got, you want to automate how these publish. So if you want to make these auto publish, pardon me, in particular WMI Simpson, if you just click on the little home button, go to company suppliers, inbox archived, it will show you there. Now you've got an option here that says auto publish. So if I go into WMI Simpsons Limited, currency is always, you can select these as default. If it goes to a payment to account, if you're doing the payment from inside, you can see here this is the category that this is the bits you want to set. So it always will go to purchases and it will always be 20%. If you click on auto publish and save changes, what will happen is if there are any more WMI Simpson invoices that come into the system in a future date, it will automatically put the category as purchases, it will automatically put it as 20%, and then it will just automatically publish it once Autoentry processed it. So that saves you having to come in and manually publish it. Now you do have, like I said before, you do have to teach the system to be able to publish and do the auto publishing. So we have another one here, Irwin Mitchell LLP. As you can see, again, it's not a current supplier, so you can see creating suppliers is very, very quick. Inside Autoentry, select the supplier. Right, this will be to do with, say rent. No, rent's not there. Let's have a look. Let's just put it to anything. I'll put it to an uncategorized expense. I'll put the VAT in there, and then I can. There's another option that you have is if you want to go through the documents manually, is publish and next. Now we come to an invoice where there is splits, where there's partly VAT and partly not, but you'll automatically recognise that it's automatically set the supplier account because it's already in there, and it's set the purchases because we've dealt with this supplier in the past, but we just haven't set it to auto publish because there is the multitude of VAT, because part of these items are VATable and part of these are not. So once I set the non-VATable to the right VAT code and the VATable amount, and I can just double check these figures on the invoice itself. So having the picture of the invoice is always good just to clarify what you're doing. I can then just go publish and next. It says it has a couple of errors. The tax summary doesn't match. Okay, so what will happen is if it doesn't fully match, now I took it that this was equal. What I didn't check was this figure here, so I should need to change the figure manually to 3922. Publish, and then it will automatically publish. Again, it will bring up another invoice that we can see, and it's a multi-page invoice as well. Now, as you can see, these are all being published at the same time. They're being published in very, very quick time as well. So now if I go into QuickBooks Online and go to my suppliers, and if I just refresh the page for my suppliers, now bearing in mind I created these suppliers inside Autoentry. You can see here there's the Irwin Mitchell LLP, there's WMI Simpsons, there's Booker as well. So you can see that if you create the supplier from inside Autoentry, it automatically feeds it through and it will automatically then publish. And again, like I said, with the auto publish feature, it can save you a lot of time by just uploading, and then it will automatically publish based on what you've taught the system. Autoentry is only as good as what you teach it. But that's all we've got time for today. So please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button. There are more videos coming around Autoentry with different cloud accounting solutions, and there's also some other features that we want to go through, i.e. the bank statements, how it deals with that, how it deals with the expenses, go through sort of setting up the integration with the varying accounting solutions, how you can get it to integrate, and just the varying different features that they're releasing all the time, and the little nuances that you have. So if you might be CIS or you have some CI subcontractors, how it would deal with that as well. So that's all, like I said, we've got time for today. We'll see you soon.